Okay, so remember that they're changing my voice. So I had to actually leave the city because when I went to a hotel in Hilton, there was so much fumes in the air, right? And I started walking outside, and it was like there's some kind of chemical on the ground, and it started causing my body to have aches and so on and so forth. And as I expected, they didn't have a room. They said come back later, whatever. But I decided to just leave the city at that time to try to be a little bit more unpredictable. But I think it's pretty predictable, more or less, because there's not that many hotels within like 20, 30, 40 miles, right? And so, especially if you try to limit it to certain types, right? If they think I'm going to go to a higher end or lower end, right? And I'm going to be kind of unpredictable to some degree, but they're going to kind of be able to predict it because of exactly what's going on and why. Now, that doesn't matter, right? This overkills that America is refusing to correct its mistakes, just like with homelessness, right? They don't have a sound solution for organized harassment and organized stalking. They encourage cultures of depravity, okay, corporate greed, social club greed, these racist social clubs like the Freemasons that have been there for generations, just ruining things, right? Gangs, of course, rapping gangs with no higher cause, rock, arrogant people listen to classical music. I mean, it's like, name one culture that is really a culture that reinforces what's right, that just doesn't exist, right? People just reinforce fanatic white social norms, which are at the core of the problem, the center of the problem. Rap and rock are responses to the unfairness and the injustice of middle-class white society. And that's the part of society they come into contact with, and of course, the racist white Jew and LGBT governing class. I mean, here in America, believe it or not, is very similar to Israel in the apartheid idea, because you have the gerrymandering, you have the gentrification, you have various problems that have never been addressed effectively, and there's no logical movement to address them. There's just people who speak about them with no intention of addressing. And again, it's kind of hot outside right now, but I'm not stressing about that too much. I'm happy just to be persecuted all the way to the end. I'm not, I'm 0% worried about it, not worried about it at all. I couldn't be more content with my decision to leave, with my decision to clash with them as they seek to kind of, harass me to the extreme and fume me to the extreme. Right, today was one of the worst fuming days in a while when I went to that hotel and so on and so forth. And they have people there that look like they're in various LGBT occult groups, right? They have people there who are, the types of people you would expect the government to plant. Is a simple way to describe this situation. There's various cultures. There's a collaboration, I'm told, between the CIA and other groups. And so I'm dealing with the facts here. I don't jump to any conclusion. I look at the facts. I look at what people around me have been saying. I consider their motives. I see who's more sincere. The most sincere people have agreed with me, and you can tell, man, it's like, the difference between Dick Dastardly and Bill from Beauty and the Beast, right? When all the Dick Dastardlys and the Gargamels and the Lex Luthors are like, are playing stupid, right? And you see the most sincere people like, yeah, that's happening. And, and they have the 23 witnesses. It's clear.